What is going on, everyone? It is Josh here, and welcome to the video. I'm back with another vlog for you all, and you might remember in my last vlog that I talked about some of the food that I'm going to be bringing with me when I embark on Operation Wolverine Walk. But today I want to talk about another really important thing that I got to take in consideration while I'm out on the trail, and that is how I'm going to collect and store water along the way. So to start with, I got a couple of things here, and the first thing I want to show you, this is also my main water storage container, and that is my Camelback hydration bladder. Now, I'm a big fan of Camelback products. I've first been using them ever since my time in the Marine Corps, and so that's well over a decade ago. And in fact, the first Camelback hydration bladder and backpack that I purchased was back in 2007, and I use and abuse those things, but they're still very much serviceable up into this day. Therefore, I decided to go with them once again, and I got myself a new bladder from their, I guess I'll call it their tactical line. They have like a tactical line and a recreation line, and I felt that the tactical line bladders just looked a little bit more robust, a little bit more durable. But of course, then again, I haven't actually tried their recreational line, so I can't really say what their quality and durability might be. But this is what I've always used, and it's worked for me. And sometimes I like to subscribe to the notion, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So therefore, I decided to go with one of their tactical hydration bladders for Operation Wolverine Walk. So that's going to be one of my main storage containers. But I also have to take in consideration how I'm going to collect and filter water as well. So I got a couple of methods that I'll show you. Now, the first method I'm going to be utilizing is a smart water bottle and a Sawyer Mini filter. Now, I'm not really a fan of using plastic water bottles. I just like to use stainless steel bottles that I can keep reusing over and over again. However, I decided to go with the smart water bottle. Well, for one, it's going to be lighter over time than the stainless steel, and then also it's the only bottle in which the Sawyer Mini will actually fit on. This won't fit on my clean canteen, unfortunately. But of course, this plastic water bottle will find its way to a recycle bin when it's all said and done. So that's going to be one method I'm going to use to collect and filter water with. And the other one that I have, which I think is quite interesting, and I have this Grail water filter bottle. So the way this works is pretty cool. It's kind of like a water filtration French press, I guess is how I would say. But I take the bottle here and I go to my river, lake, stream, whatever body of water I happen to come across that I want to collect from. I scoop this down into it and fill it up. And then next I take the filter end and I shove it down in there, and then it slowly filters the water and fills up this reservoir here all the way to the end. And then I unscrew the top. I can either drink directly from it like that, or I could just pour this into my Camelback to fill that up. So either way, this is a very quick and convenient way for me to filter and collect water and distribute water if I need to. Now, another thing I thought about taking with me, but I don't think I will for this expedition, and that is my life straw. Now, this was a gift from a loved one of mine, and actually a very nice gift, and pretty convenient way to get water if I wanted to, because all I have to do is just stick this right into the water source and drink directly from it. But I don't think I will bring this with me on this trip. This will obviously be a very necessary thing that I think I would go in something like a go bag, or if I need to bug out or something like that. But the reason why I'm not bringing it with me is twofold, and this kind of references the story of Gideon from the Bible, from the book of Judges. Now, this story has a couple of different interpretations depending on what version of the Bible you read from, but this is kind of sort of how I've kind of come to understand it, and I'm sure someone might hear me say this interpretation and think that I'm totally wrong, but this is, again, how I've kind of come to understand it, and I think it kind of makes sense to me. So God tells Gideon that he needs to select a small contingent of soldiers to do some special missions. And so Gideon takes his army of over 20,000 soldiers and reduces them down to just 10,000 soldiers. And then God tells Gideon once again, sorry, you still got too many guys here. We need to whittle it down even more to create a smaller unit. Kind of like a I would say like a special forces selection of sorts. And the way they decided to go about doing this, or God told Gideon to go about doing this, was to tell his men to go to the water and drink. And so you had different things that the men did, and this is how Gideon would select his soldiers to create this special unit. The soldiers that got down to both knees and took their face directly to the water, he would tell to go home. Whereas the soldiers that maybe dropped down to one knee and would bring the water to their face by cupping it in their hands, those were the men that he kept. And the number of men that would bring the water to their face numbered at 300. So he kept those 300 men and told the rest to go home. Now, the reasons for this are twofold. When the men brought the water to their face, they still had like their eyes up, and they were able to take in what's happening in their surroundings and maintain situational awareness. Whereas the men that took their face to the water, they didn't have the means to maintain the situational awareness because their water was focused down at the water. And then also this shows either discipline or a lack thereof. Obviously, it takes discipline to hold back, the urge to just drink all the water really fast. Especially these men were obviously very thirsty, but they still were able to maintain discipline and hold off that urge to quench the thirst by bringing it to their face and just drinking in small amounts. Whereas those that gave into the thirst and showed a lack of discipline were the ones that took their face to the water just because they needed to feel like they needed to quell that thirst right away. And so going back to this expedition, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to utilize these methods to collect water that I showed you, where I'm going to be effectively bringing the water to me rather than taking my face to the water. Because there are some dangerous wildlife up there potentially. Wolves have become pretty numerous in the Upper Peninsula especially. There are black bears up there, and there have been some instances of cougars in the past. Albeit, encounters and especially deaths from these animals is quite rare, but even still, risks are present. And of course, I don't want to fall into complacency by taking my face to the water, which is effectively what I think what I'd be doing with the life straw versus bringing the water to my face, utilizing the filtration methods that I showed you with the Grail water bottle and the Sawyer Mini. So that's why I decided to select these things to collect and filter water with and store water with. And so that's that. All right, y'all, that's going to be the video for today. I hope you found it interesting and cool. If you for those of you who have made a donation so far, thank you very much. We are up to almost $1,600 donated so far, and that just absolutely warms my heart, especially since we still have about a couple weeks to go before I step off. And for those of you who haven't donated yet and would like to get in on the action, you can head to GoFundMe.com/WolverineWalk to make your donation there. And I'll leave a link in the description for this video. And if you are kind of new to what's going on with Operation Wolverine Walk and you would like a little bit more information about it, you can head to allaroundadventure.com/WolverineWalk and you can find some more information there. And it'll also include links to the GoFundMe page to donate after you've read up on it. And this is some great things that I got coming up here. And I'm excited to do this to raise money for American Veterans Archaeological Recovery. Really great nonprofit that takes veterans out to the field to do field archaeology and help benefit them in numerous ways. And I'm just really excited for this opportunity to raise money for them. So for those of you who have donated, again, thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. For those of you who want to donate, thank you for being willing to do so. I know it can be tricky right now with everything going on, but I greatly appreciate it nonetheless. And that's all I have to say for now. Be on the lookout for more vlogs here in the coming future as we lead up to the start of this expedition. And thanks a lot again, everyone. Have yourself a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.